Hello and welcome to the Video Gadgets Journal, connecting you with your technology. And for the past 2 weeks, I've been connecting you with the Google Nexus 9. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to press this now, and I'll explain why in this video. So the reason I'm doing a factory reset is not because there is anything software-wise wrong with the tablet. There's been no catastrophic crash or anything like that. The simple answer is I'm returning the tablet, so I need to wipe off all my data. Yes, the Google HTC Nexus 9 is being sent back to Google for 2 principal reasons, and these are the reasons. The first one, the one that I spotted within 24 hours of purchasing the tablet, is this little black spot here, which is either a dead or stuck pixel or possibly some dust under the screen. In terms of its position on the screen, it is halfway, well, it's dead central in the screen, but about a third of the way up from the bottom of the tablet. That's always going to be there. I've seen it, I can't unsee it, and there's nothing necessarily that I know that can fix it. The second problem is best illustrated by turning the lights out. The tablet is still on. I'm now on a black screen, and as you can see, unavoidably is some dreadful backlight bleed from the tablet on the top strip of the tablet. And this whole strip here seems to create a glow or a hum whenever I'm using the tablet. So those are both noticeable defects with the tablet. And I've decided to return the Nexus 9 based on those 2 aspects. So when I rang up Google to say I wanted to return it, they said, fine, no problem. You're still within the 14 days grace of first purchasing and switching on the device. What would you like, a refund or a replacement? And without hesitation, I asked for a refund. And there's 2 reasons for that as well. First of all, the shipping was an absolute nightmare if you've been following my journal. I ordered it on the 19th of October. The device was released on the 3rd of November, and Google shipped devices on release date, so not before. And then it took 10 days to get from somewhere in the middle of America to Vancouver. So I didn't receive a device until the Thursday week after the Monday release. So the last thing I want to do is send an item back to Google, which is going to take potentially 10 days for them to then inspect it and then ship out a replacement, which could take another 10 days. We're looking at 3 weeks. That's Christmas, when I might not even be in Vancouver if I'm returning home to the UK for my holidays. So I don't want to be without a tablet for that long, or have at least my money in Google's accounts with me not being able to use it. But the second reason, to be honest, I've asked for a refund is I'm a bit meh. The Nexus 9 just hasn't really caught me. I thought I might have an issue with the screen size, and it continues to be a bit of an issue. This tablet and all Android tablets don't seem to deal well with big screens. And this seems to be another one. It's getting better. Fonts are now bigger to read, and games do seem to work fine. But in terms of just apps that really use a big screen, there aren't that many, and it just doesn't really seem to work on an Android tablet. Android devices work best as smartphones, unquestionably, and the Nexus 7 gets away with it because you always use the Nexus 7 in portrait fashion, which is the same as you use a smartphone, unless you're playing games and watching video, and then you put it in landscape. No other applications tend to work in landscape, and this Nexus 9 is designed to work in landscape because of its 4:3 ratio. It's just the way the Android ecosystem, I think, has evolved over the last 5 years, in the sense that most devices prefer portrait. And the other thing is, the performance is uninspiring. I've just done a test with the Nexus 9 versus the Nexus 7 in a video which is probably already up, and in comparison, sometimes the Nexus 7 loaded up applications fractionally quicker than the Nexus 9. In either case, both devices loaded up applications within 2 or 3 seconds. So it's a negligible difference, unless perhaps you're playing the most advanced games or doing some really taxing things that you would do on a tablet. And when do you ever do very taxing things on a tablet? Tablets are there to be enjoyed as a kind of distraction, and they don't need all that power. I think really since the release of the Jelly Bean operating system and the original Nexus 7, performance has been good unless something has gone catastrophically wrong with an update, or you just have a device which is all of a sudden just slowed down. If you get a device that works consistently, then really trying to outperform them, it doesn't really get anywhere. So yeah, I'm a bit undecided now about whether I'm going to get another Nexus 9 tablet. To be honest, views and popularity of these videos hasn't been great, which seems to suggest that the Nexus 9 isn't that popular. So I might go for another tablet, but I'll have to think about it. I'm going to have some time of reflection, I think. What do you think? Would you return a Nexus 9 if you've bought one? Are you happy with your Nexus 9? Are you convinced by my videos to get a Nexus 9? I would assume not, because they've been mostly negative. Or am I just being a big crybaby? Remember, I've reviewed the Surface RT, which I didn't think much to, the Asus Transformer Prime, which was a bit of a flawed masterpiece, and I've reviewed the Nexus 7s, which I've just fallen in love with. So maybe I'm just biased to one type of tablet, and I should stick with that one. That's it then for the end of the journal and the story for the Nexus 9 for the time being. Thank you very much for watching. Videos may resume in the future, but who knows? In any case, the Video Gadgets Journal isn't going anywhere, so stay tuned for more fantastic videos in the near future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon on the VGJ Felix channel.